Himachal News Bulletin. Here you will get today's all the important news of Himachal Pradesh in one go. So let's start. Moving to the first news of today's bulletin. Billions of Apple business in Himachal increased due to falling prices. Due to the steep fall in the prices of apples in Himachal Pradesh, the crisis has increased on the business of billion. Concerned over this, Chief Minister Jairam Thakur has asked the gardeners to send less apple crop to the businessmen and the markets. Within the last 15 days, the price of apple have fallen by rupees 1,000 to 1,200 per box. There has been a sudden drop in the prices of apple. This worries gardeners. Chief Minister Jairam Thakur said only one thing, that he has told the gardeners to slow down the process of sending apples to the markets. That is, send less crop to the market. He is hopeful that the market will improve in coming days. The CM said that those with storage capacity would also be urged to buy apples at reasonable prices so that the gardeners do not suffer. There is a demand to increase the minimum support price more than fixed. We are considering it, but there is little scope in it. Moving on to the next news in today's bulletin, which is also related to the apple prices crisis in the state. Prices on apple purchase did not arise like this. This is for the first time that the horticulturists in the state have to abruptly stop plucking in the mid of the peak of our apple season. Chief Minister Jairam himself has also appealed to the gardeners to slow down their plucking process. The gardeners are not getting right price for the crop under a conspiracy. The conspiracy was being hatched since the beginning of the apple season, when the marketeers and the traders of some selected orchards were making high bids. A lot of crop has been damaged due to hailstorm. Moving on to the next news in today's bulletin, which is related to the landslide accident in the state. Landslide again near 7 miles on Chandigarh-Manali National Highway. Vehicular movement stalled for 3 hours. Chandigarh-Manali National Highway 3 remained closed for nearly 3 hours due to landslide near 7 miles in Mandi district of Himachal Pradesh. On Thursday morning during this, there were long queues of vehicles on both sides of the highway. Although the vehicular movement was done from the alternative route via Bajor, but due to the jam, people had to face problem on this route also. The highway was restored for vehicular movement after about 3 hours. Moving on to the next news in today's bulletin, which is related to the COVID vaccine. Panacea Biotech will soon launch Sputnik V. COVID vaccine will be ready in Baddi. Panacea Biotech Pharma Company of Baddi Industrial Area of Himachal Pradesh will soon launch Sputnik V COVID vaccine in the market. For this, work is going fast in the company these days. The company is continuously sending samples to check the validity of the vaccine, in which the company has also got success. In the past, the company has sent samples to the Central Drugs Laboratory, Kasoli, to check the validity of the vaccine, where these samples have been passed during the investigation. CDL Kasoli has passed the validation batch and sent it to the company. After this, the company has started working further. However, before launching the vaccine in the market, the company will send the batch of vaccine to CDL for testing. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin. Roharu Renuka will fulfill his father's dream in Australia, selected in Team India. To fulfill the dream of the father, Renuka Singh Thakur of Himachal Pradesh, who once played cricket with the boys in the village, will wear the blue jersey of Team India. Roharu's medium pacer, Renuka from Parsa village, who practices at Dharamshala Cricket Academy, has been selected for the T20 team for the tour of Australia. Renuka's cricket journey to reach this point has not been easy. After losing her father at the age of 3, the responsibility of the family fell on the mother. Mother started a job in IPH department as a class 4th at that time. Renuka's father had a dream that his son and daughter would play for Indian team. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin. Concerned about falling prices, CM Jairam said to the gardeners, send less apple to the markets. Chief Minister Jairam Thakur is worried about the fall in the prices of apple by more than rupees 1,000 per box in Himachal Pradesh. In this situation, he has asked gardeners to take less of their crops to the markets till the prices do not increase. In an informal conversation with the reporters, the CM said that government is monitoring the whole situation. There has been sudden drop in the prices of apple. This worries gardeners. The CM said the only thing he has told the gardeners that they should slow down the process of sending apples to the market. That is, send less crop to the market. He is hopeful that the market will improve in coming times. Moving on to the next news in today's bulletin. Civil recruitment exam result declared. Himachal Pradesh Staff Selection Commission Hamirpur has declared the result of written examination for filling up the post of JE Civil in the Electricity Board. Secretary of the Commission Dr. Jitendra Kanwar informed that 119 candidates who are in the merit in the written examination have been selected for the evaluation examination of 15 marks to be held on September 8. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin. Rahul Barari of Himachal reached home from Afghanistan. After Naveen, Rahul Baradi has also reached Sarkaghat at around 5:15 p.m. on Wednesday evening. As soon as he reached the home, the children clung to him. Rahul's eyes filled with tears after seeing his children and family. Mother put down the garland and performed the aarti and hugged him. Father Balwant Singh Baradi has expressed his gratitude to the state government and government of India for his son reaching home safely. On the other hand, there is an atmosphere of happiness in Rahul's family. Rahul told that he had gone to Afghanistan in February. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, which is related to the weather update in the state. 84 minor and major roads blocked due to landslide. Rain in Shimla. Heavy rain alert for 2 days. Thunderstorm cloud rained on Tuesday night in 3 districts of Himachal Pradesh, Mandi, Kangra and Shimla. The weather was mixed on Wednesday. Due to the rains, 84 small and big roads in the state have been blocked. 2 houses have been damaged in Bilaspur, whereas 1 each in Mandi and Sirmaur. A house was also damaged in Shimla district. A yellow alert for heavy rains have been issued in Himachal Plain districts of Una, Bilaspur, Hamirpur and Kangra, and central hill districts of Shimla, Solan, Sirmaur, Mandi, Kullu and Chamba on August 27 and 28. It has been forecasted that rain will continue in the state till August 31. The Meteorological Center Shimla has issued a landslide warning. Moving on to the next news, which is about the corona situation in the state. Corona infection increased in Himachal Pradesh. 33 deaths in last 10 days. Corona infection rate has increased again in Himachal Pradesh. The rate was 0.9% in July, which has now increased to 2.9%. Within 10 days, 33 corona patients have died in the state. In Himachal Pradesh, from August 15 to August 24, 1,09,421 people were tested for COVID. Of these, 2,294 people were found infected. Maximum 300 people have come positive in the state on August 17. At present, the corona mortality rate in Himachal is 1.67%. There has been detailed discussion on corona in the cabinet meeting held last day. Government has asked the health department to be alert when the death rate has increased for last 3-4 days. Moving on to the next news in today's bulletin. Preparation to take a school education board exam twice in Himachal. Himachal Pradesh Board of School Education can now conduct board examinations twice in a year. If the CBSE pattern is approved by the Chief Minister and the Education Minister apart from the subject's experts, then it will be implemented. For this, Board of School Education will organize the workshops with academicians for the next 4-5 days. According to the information, it has been decided to conduct the examination for the academic session 2021-2022 twice in a year, in term 1 and term 2 on the basis of 50-50% syllabus. Himachal Board is also on the lines of CBSE to cut the syllabus of class 9th and 10th, conduct board examination twice in a year in term 1 and term 2, prepare question papers according to CBSE and revise the question paper of class 8. The board had a workshop. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin. Kuldeep Rathore said government should save the gardeners from the loot of companies. Himachal Pradesh Congress State President Kuldeep Singh Rathore has said that the gardeners should be saved from the loot of the private big companies. This time Adani has tried to affect the business of 5,000 crores of apples by reducing the purchase price of apples by rupees 16. It was expected that this time the apple would get better prices, but it did not happen. Congress is not going to sit silent about this and will not allow the gardeners to be exploited. He also said that the government should protect the interest of gardeners. Farmers and gardeners are facing the brunt of 3 new agricultural laws. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin. Piecemeal worker strikes end. Returns to work after assurance from Transport Minister. After getting the assurance from the Transport Minister, Bikram Singh, the piecemeal workers called off the tool-down strike. The union officials met the minister. The minister has assured to bring the office bearers on the contract within 3 weeks. After this, the workers returned to the work. There are 950 piecemeal workers in Transport Corporation. These workers have been serving in the workshop for about 7 years. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin. Ultimatum ineffective. Still bidding under the towel, no one to ask. Keeping the rules and regulations aside, the price of apples in fruit markets is being fixed under a towel, under a veil. APMC Shimla and Kinnaur has issued circulars to the Brokers Association of all the markets of the districts 4 days ago on August 21 and issued strict instructions not to fix the rates of apples in the screen. Citing Section 28 of the APMC Act, it was said that it was illegal to fix the rate on the screen, but on Wednesday, the brokers were seen fixing the rates under the towel in Bhutta Kufar Mandi. Moving ahead in the bulletin, Himachal's economy can be derailed due to falling prices of apple. Annual turnover of 5,000 crores. Himachal Pradesh economy may derail due to fall in apple prices. There is an annual turnover about rupees 5,000 crores of apple in the state. Unemployment can also be increased due to this because the houses of lack of peoples in the state run from this. Apple has saved the pride of Himachal Pradesh by stopping the growth rate of 7 districts of the state. In such a situation, it is natural for Chief Minister Jairam Thakur to be worried about the fall in the rate. At present, gardeners of 7 districts are growing apple in the state. At present, Himachal Pradesh has debt of about rupees 60,000 crore. Moving ahead to the last news of today's bulletin. Apple gardeners got insurance when it came time to pay money, raised their hands. The apple growers got insurance done, but when it came time to pay, raised their hands. In Himachal Pradesh, there is a mess of banks and insurance companies on the loan accounts of farmers. Farmers and gardeners do not know where they are going after deducting premium from their loan accounts. Companies are deducting thousands of rupees from the account of each loanee gardener in the name of crop insurance. When money is deducted from the account, then on knowing from the bank, the crop insurance premium is deducted. So that's it for today's bulletin, guys. We will meet you again tomorrow. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye-bye.